Joining us now to dive into the legal challenge further is former U.S. Attorney John Fishwick. John, thank you for being here tonight. First of all, what do the ramifications for being held in contempt of Congress actually look like for the Clintons? Is it financial? What could the ramifications be?
Didi, the ramifications are serious. If you're found in contempt of Congress for defying a subpoena to testify at a deposition, you can be sentenced by a judge to up to 12 months in jail and or a $100,000 fine for defying that subpoena. So they're very serious. And the fact that both Republicans and Democrats voted today to find them in contempt out of the House Oversight Committee, I would fully expect that the Clintons are very seriously considering reversing course and testifying in those depositions because the consequences are significant.
And you're also right. The split among some Democrats with the contempt votes was notable today. The Clintons do claim that the subpoenas are invalid and legally unenforceable. That's what they're saying. But there have also been some legal experts who say they do not have a case. What is the legal standard for depositions and for it to be transcribed, as that came up today as well?
Yeah, I think it's going to be hard for the Clintons to negotiate ground rules that give them some sort of favoritism. It's going to need to be transcribed and be under oath. So if they do go to trial, though, these cases are fairly open and shut. Did you receive a subpoena? Did you show up to testify? And if you didn't, that's going to be perceived as contempt. So the other defenses about it being overbroad, etc., I don't think they'll fly. These are very much open and shut cases. Did you receive a subpoena and did you show up and testify?
Separately, John, several conservative Supreme Court justices now appear skeptical of President Trump's attempt to fire Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook. As we listen to the justices' comments today, take a listen to this.
Your position that there's no judicial review, no process required, no remedy available, a very low bar for cause that the president alone determines, I mean, that would weaken, if not shatter, the independence of the Federal Reserve that we just discussed.
What are some of the implications here? You just heard Justice Kavanaugh's comments. If they do side with her for the extent of presidential power, what does this mean for President Trump?
Yeah, so Didi, Justice Kavanaugh has been a leader in this area. The Supreme Court has given President Trump wide latitude to replace folks at the FTC and also at the NLRB, saying basically he can let those people go or fire them for any reason. But as relates to the Federal Reserve, Justice Kavanaugh and other conservative justices say that's a little different. That goes back to the original first bank in this country. You've got to have a good reason to let that person go, and there's got to be some sort of process. It doesn't mean that Lisa Cook has lifetime guarantee for a job, but it means that because it's the Federal Reserve and it involves money and monetary policy, the Supreme Court is saying there's got to be a little more process if you're going to fire her. You can fire a lot of other folks in executive agencies, but as it relates to the Federal Reserve, Justice Kavanaugh and the other justices are saying you got to go a little more slowly. There's got to be a real process.
Former U.S. Attorney John Fishwick, two cases that we are watching. We will check in with you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.